Hello. It's good to see you. Today we are going to be wrapping some more Christmas presents. We have some presents here for two of the Angel Tree kids, and we're going to be wrapping their presents today, two boys. But first I had to show you this. Look at this. I found this today at Walmart and I had a chance to try it out. It is a little clip and it has a little bit of silicone right there. It's from Scotch and you can just clip it to your table or whatever, and it's a handy little tape dispenser. It kind of looks like a duck. It makes me think of a little duck. Like here are his little feet. And this will be his tail. Here's his little head. It's like a little duck. I wonder if that was deliberate. I don't know, but I thought it was very cute. And it was a bonus item that came with this Scotch magic tape that I bought at Walmart today. 2, 3. So you get 6 rolls in here, and 1 roll and a 7th roll is already on the dispenser. So I thought this was very cute. This was on a little display back in the stationery section at Walmart. I think it was about $15 to get the 6, and these are pretty good sized rolls of tape, and a 7th roll. And the little clip is very cute. So I'm going to be using that today. And here is my sweater for the day. Note the little plastic star buttons and the lovely detail that goes all the way around. All right, the first present we have is so much fun. Look at this. This is a toy from Godzilla vs. Kong, which was a pretty good movie. My kids and I went to see it. This is a Battle Roar Godzilla, and I am not pressing that button because he's very loud. But it's so cool. His little mouth opens and he roars. And so this is for a kid that likes Godzilla. So this is from Monsterverse. It looks like you can also get a Mecha Godzilla, which is very cool. So this is going to be our first present. And he also likes Mario. And I found this cool Mario paper at Target. So this is going to be his paper today. I'm going to wrap all of his presents in the same paper. When I wrap presents for the Angel Tree kids, I use the same paper for each child. Like one kid gets a designated paper, whatever color or design, just that way, because the facility has lots of presents, and I label them all with their ID number. But in case the little label comes off, I put a note on there that all of this kid's presents are going to be in this paper. So it helps if things get mixed up. It would make it a lot easier for the facility to sort the presents. I would like to use a variety of paper for each child, but I'm afraid that can get confusing. When you have lots and lots of presents for lots and lots of kids in one place, it can get confusing. Okay. Now this is not a standard size, like it's not a nice little box. We could put it in a box, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm just trying to figure out if it will fit this way. I don't think that's going to be a problem. So I just want to make sure I have enough paper here to cover at least halfway up here. And I'm going to want some to overlap up here. I'm going to cut a generous amount. And now we're going to take the present and turn it upside down so that we have the seam on the back. Here. So wrapping funny shaped things like this is a little bit more of a challenge, but you can do it. I'm going to trim this paper just a little bit this way. Bring it up this way. Place a piece of tape here. Now we're going to want to fold this down. Make a little crease right here. And here. And I'm just trying, like it tries to fall back like that. I'm just sort of applying a little bit of pressure to keep it from flopping back. And then we're going to want to push this in. And make a crease there. And over here too. That. And then we just want to apply a piece of tape right here. Oops, I didn't get it. It's hard. I can't really see. So I'm trying to have it where you can see it, but I can't see it very well. Let me try that again. Okay. And then I'm also going to put a little bit of tape right in here. So hopefully it won't snag on anything. Now this side is going to be a little bit more tricky because it's sort of mushy. Alright, now when it comes to stuff like this, it seems like every present is a little different, and you just kind of have to figure out what works best for this present. Okay. Maybe I can just push the paper under like this. Do a crease over here. Try to do the same here. Bring it in and bring it up like that. It's scooting away from me. It's very shy. So we'll place a piece of tape here. And I have these little corners here that stick up a little bit. I think I might put a little bit of tape there too. Just right across here. There. There. All right. There we have it. Our first present for these two Angel Tree kids. Our happy little Godzilla in Mario paper. And next I have two books. Now for this kid we actually have a lot of books. So I went back and forth on the best way to wrap the books. I'm going to put these two together. These are 5-minute stories. So I'm just going to wrap these together. We have 5-minute Spider-Man stories. And we also have 5-minute Pete the Cat books. And he loves Spider-Man and Pete the Cat. So I'm going to put these two together. I think I'm going to try to wrap them like this. Like I'm going to do them in sets of like 2 maybe, because it's not too heavy. I didn't want to wrap them all together. It was just, it's really heavy. So we're just going to do these two. And I could put them in a box, but I'm not going to. I think they're fine like they are. Let's see. Okay. They're roughly the same size. So yeah, they're basically the same. Now I want to make sure I have enough paper on the sides over here. I'll just kind of eyeball it a little bit. And I want to do the same over here, make sure there's enough. And I think I could just cut it right along here. So let's flip them over and keep the seam in the back so it won't be on the front of the present. Kind of even them up a little bit, just make sure they're even. Fold the paper over. Actually, there's a little color tester right here. Let's cover this part up. See that right there? put a piece of tape there. Okay. And again, we're going to come over here to this side. Make sure they're kind of centered. There. And we're just going to make our little crease right here and here. And we fold these in. And then all we're just doing, we're pressing right there to make a little crease here too. Bring this side in and make a little crease there. And now we are ready to put a piece of tape right across here. So we'll bring it up, tape it there. Okay. And again, we have these little sections here, so we want to put some tape over these too. And with heavier presents, you want to make sure to handle it carefully or the paper might tear. And again, we're going to fold this down. And we're going to make a little crease right here too. There. And then we want to bring these in, make a little crease there. And there. And then we just bring this up. I'm going to place a piece of tape right there. Okay. And again, we want to get these little corners that stick out right here. There and here. And we just gently turn this over. And there we have 2 of our books, nice and wrapped. For our next present, I'm going to just put all of these together in a box. Because if this child is anything like mine, they do not care about socks and underwear. So we're just going to put all of this in one box and get it over with so they can open it and then move on to something else. I know, my kids don't care about stuff like this. Okay, so let's see if we can find a box that we can fit all of this into. Okay, I do have this box here that opens up like that. Now, personally, I don't like trying to use these as they are because you have these little parts here that sort of don't stay straight. They just kind of do like that. But that is a very simple thing to fix, and I'll show you how. All you have to do is take a piece of tape. And you see here, you have this separate piece right here, and it's attached, but not right here. It's done that way so that it can collapse flat. But we don't want it to do that right now. So we're going to press it out. We're going to kind of hold it out like that. Put the piece of tape on it and just press the tape. So the piece of tape is going across this little piece and the side of the box. Press it. Sometimes it can be a little stubborn and you might need more than one piece, or you could try putting it on there lengthwise. We'll do this side the same way. So you're just going to hold it out, place your tape on it, and press. Oh, look at that. So it's going to be nice and straight. I mean, you don't have to do that. I mean, the world is not going to blow up if you don't do it. Personally, I just prefer to do that. And now we're going to do these 2 corners the same way. Piece of tape, press it. Piece of tape and press. And there, look at that. And now I'm going to do the lid the same way. There. Alright, so there's the lid. Now these socks are kind of These socks are kind of thick, but I think it'll work. The underwear is fine. Well, let's see. I could do them like that, or like that. I don't think it really matters. I kind of like it better like that. So they're a little tall. So I think for this one, once we get the lid on it, I'm going to actually put a little bit of tape on the lid to hold it down, because that is kind of thick right there and I can't really do anything about it, but I don't have a taller box, so I'm just going to make this one work. But let's also add some tissue paper, and I know just the paper. First, I want to show you my choices here. I have this pretty green paper, and I think I'm going to go with green and blue because it kind of goes with this. So we have green. I have this paper that's red on one side. It's like mylar, and silver on the other side. I have this pretty holographic paper. I love this one. Look at this one. It's a very fun little piece of tissue paper. It even has a Volkswagen bus on it with dinosaurs in it, which is so cute. And gnomes riding a bicycle. Look at that. A little shark in a convertible. I'm going to use a piece of that too. I think we'll use this too. And I have this blue paper here too. So I'm going to get a piece of this and the green and that. And we'll do all that together. And I have a little bit more of that too. So I'm going to get a piece of this paper. And a piece of this blue paper. So we'll take our box. Let's start with this piece. And then I'm going to lay the green and the blue over it, kind of catty-cornered. Okay. And the box is under here, so I'm going to go ahead and place the items into the box. Now that is a very noisy adventure, so here we go. Okay, I have my items in here, and now I'm going to fold the paper over the presents. Okay, so we have the paper over, and now I'm going to place the lid on top. Very, very full, like right there. Actually, it's staying on all right. I don't think I actually need any tape. You can always put tape on boxes like this, of course, if you want to help hold it closed. I was afraid it was going to be so thick right here that the lid wouldn't stay down, but it's staying down fine, so I don't think I need to put any tape on it. Now, if I do put tape on one of these boxes right here, I will put it on lengthwise. It makes it so much easier for the person opening the gift to simply put their finger up under the lid and slide it along and, break the tape. If you put it on there perpendicularly, it's a lot harder to break, and they end up having to peel it off or, you know, yank on it. And so I like to put the piece of tape on there lengthwise because it still holds the box closed, but it's a lot easier to get the box open when you want to open it. Okay, so let's see how we want to do our paper. I don't think I can do this one lengthwise. The paper is not long enough, so I'm going to have to turn it. So we're going to flip the box upside down. Yeah, I think we'll have plenty of paper to go over it that way. So again, you want to make sure you have enough paper on this side to go at least halfway up the side of the box. And the same over here. And I think I'm going to have to cut it right about there. Okay, so we have cut our paper. I'm going to put it roughly in the middle of the paper, the box. Bring the paper up on this side. And again, I have a little thingy there. I want to cover that up. It's the copyright information. So here we have the end, so I'm going to tape that. And bring it this way. And we're just going to fold this down here. Make a crease and another crease. Fold it in, press. And do the same there. And now we're just going to bring this up. And we're going to want to place a little piece of tape right there. Okay. And then of course again we want to place some tape over these little corners right here. There. Bring it around this way. And again, we're going to press down. And then bring them in. Bring this little piece up. And put a piece of tape right here. And tape here. And there we have the socks and underwear. Now this item I think is going to be the most challenging to wrap. This is a coat for our Angel Tree Kid, and a lot of subscribers had very helpful comments for wrapping this coat. Some suggested putting it in a vacuum seal bag and using a vacuum to vacuum it up. I don't have any of those. And someone else suggested taking ribbon and kind of cinching it down with some ribbon. I have tons of ribbon. I have so much. So I went through my ribbon and I found some like burlap ribbon with some little snowflakes on it. So it's kind of Christmassy. So I just took 2 pieces of ribbon and it's a very puffy coat. So I just cinched it up and tied it on the underside. And I think that will kind of compress it down enough to get it to fit into this box right here. I haven't tried it, so we're gonna find out. Now these boxes are just like the other ones. They're just much larger. This is a coat box. And it opens out, and again, see how it does. Now with one like this, I think I'm gonna go with, you could either do 2 pieces of like just regular Scotch tape. I don't know that that's gonna work though. I'm gonna actually use my packing tape to secure these sections. I have this roll of just like 2-inch packing tape. I'm going to use this on these sections. Because this tape I think is more sturdy. I think that's going to hold better. There. See, that's going to keep it nice and straight. And then I'll do these two. There. All right. And I will also do the lid. There we go. There's the lid. All right. I want to put a little bit of tissue paper in here. But because of the size of the box, it's kind of hard to, it's not really going to stick out much. So I'm going to place the tissue paper in here a little bit differently. I think we'll start with a little bit of this red paper. I chose a red and black coat for him because he really likes Spider-Man. So I kind of went with like a red and black theme for the coat. And so we'll use the red paper too, this Mylar tissue paper. Now the underside is silver. We're going to place this piece in the box. See, it's not super long, but we're going to place it in the box where a little bit of the paper is going to rest under the coat. Most of it is just going to kind of flop over the side over here, and then we'll do another piece over here. But that is very shiny. That is reflective. Okay. Let's just leave it at that. We're just going to go with that. And here comes the coat. I'm going to have to kind of squish this, and I think I will have to tape this box. This is very, I feel like I could do CPR on this thing. Wow. Okay. Okay. God, that is so bulky. All right. So here comes the lid. Yeah, the lid is trying to raise up, so yeah, I'm gonna have to tape that. And I'm thinking that this little rinky-dink tape is not gonna be enough, so I'm gonna put lengthwise a strip of packing tape on either side. Okay, somehow it puckered right there a little bit, but I did get the tape on it. So the lid is not going to pop off, and it should still be easy to remove the lid. You can just, the tape is not super, thick or anything. You can actually just take your finger in here and run it along and break the tape with no problem. So now we have to figure out the best way to wrap this great big box. Okay. This way definitely won't work. We don't have enough to go over and cover the top. We also don't have enough doing it this way. So, the best way to do it, the best way to do it and not use up a ton of excess paper is to turn it this way so that we're going to cover it, and then we can trim this down as needed. I think I can actually cut it about right here. And then I'm going to have a lot of excess over here and at the back, so I'm going to go ahead and trim it this way too. And now that we've done our trimming, we can fold the paper over. This is the back side, this is the underside of the present. Okay, and I'm going to place a piece of tape right here. Okay. down, crease it, fold it in, crease it down here, and then crease it there. Bring this up, and we're going to place a piece of tape right across here. And these parts are sticking out, so we want to tape these two. Right here. Actually, I'm going to tape this one too. It's kind of trying to pucker here and here, so let's tape these as well. Okay. So let's tape it there and here. There. And we'll do the same on here, over here on this side. Fold it down, crease it there, there, and then we bring it in, there. I could actually tape these now because they're really trying to stick out. Tape it, and then again we're going to want to tape this part too. All right, here we have our big coat. Okay, and we'll do one more fun little gift for this child. I have more to wrap, but this is the last one that we're going to wrap together for the first of the two kids. Look at this. It's a Godzilla vs. Kong collectible figure set. It's very cool. I like it. So let's see if we can wrap this. Okay. So, all right, this is another oddly shaped item. So if you want to know if your paper is long enough, just put it at the end of the paper and roll it. It looks like it may not be quite long enough, so I think I'm going to have to do it this way to have enough room. And then you're going to want enough room on the sides over here. So I think I can cut it about right here. So I think we're actually going to have to cut it again because you're going to have some to come this way. We have a lot over here. So let's see. I think if I cut it about right here, that would be okay. And then I can just use the leftover paper for a smaller present. So bring it over. I want to make sure the paper is not loose on the present. Place some tape there. And now this is sort of an odd shape, so you have to just kind of figure out the best way to fold it. There. So I think I'm really just going to need a piece of tape right there. Yeah, maybe I'll put a little bit across here too. There, just like that. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Fold it in, crease it. This side is a little weird, so you just kind of have to figure out the best way to do it. Bring it up, and then we're just going to place a piece of tape right there. And again, we'll do a piece of tape here and here too. Okay, there we have our little collectible figures from Godzilla v. Kong. All right, let's wrap some presents for the second child. Okay, we are ready to start wrapping presents for the second child. And I just realized I used the wrong paper for the wrong kid. I actually meant to use this paper for the first kid, and they got mixed up. Some people have asked me, do I plan to do even more kids next year? I did 5. I bought presents for 5 kids this year. Angel Tree kids, do I plan to do more? No, because it has been, it's a lot of, it's very easy to get stuff mixed up. It's very easy. Like, you can try to keep it separate and still, like, my wrapping paper got screwed up. So I'm not going to redo it. It's okay. But it bugs me that this was supposed to be the first kid's wrapping paper, the Spider-Man. But after a while, it all kind of runs together and you can forget like what goes where, and I have to keep double checking my lists and everything, and somehow it just did not occur to me that this was the first kid's paper until I saw it sitting with the other stuff. And I ran out of Mario paper and I had to wrap 2 of his presents in that light bulb paper, but it's okay. Every present has the ID number written on a post-it note stuck to the present, so it's okay. I don't know if I'll have enough of this paper. If not, I have plenty of the other paper left over, so we'll just see. But anyway, so I am sure someone noticed that this was the paper for the other kid. Sorry. This has been like a full-time job for the last week, and I'm doing the best I can. Okay, so the first present we're gonna wrap for the second kid is the largest. We're gonna wrap this Mario Kart Hot Wheels Launch and Race little set here. Okay. Now, do we want to do the paper this way? I think we're probably gonna have to do it this way. Yeah, it's gonna have to go this way. So, wrapping large presents can get very noisy. So we're gonna run the paper out. Place the set face down. Bring the paper up. I hope he likes Spider-Man. This paper is so cute though. Look at Spider-Man. He's so action-packed, and he's wearing a scarf and a Santa hat, and he's throwing ornaments. How cool. This is just the coolest paper. I hope he likes it. Look, I have 2 boys, okay? If these kids are anything like mine, they don't care about the paper. They just want to know what the present is. That's all. They do not care. I mean, this paper could literally be blank and they would not care less. Okay, I think I can cut it about right here. Make sure the paper is relatively even. And then I'm going to place a piece of tape right here. And then we have to fold our sides down. And bring this in on this side. And then we're going to place a piece of tape right there. And then we have these bits here. We're just going to tape that too. That one was a little messy. The paper was a little bit too long. I'm going to just put a piece there. And I'm going to put some here and here as well. There. So there we have it. This was the main thing he was hoping to get this year, is a Mario Kart racetrack, and I am so excited that I get to give this to him. I really hope he likes it. Next, I have these 2 items. I got this to go in his stocking, but it wouldn't fit. It's just a little inexpensive. It's kind of like a little knockoff Game Boy, but it has a bunch of different games on it. So I'm going to wrap that. What I'm thinking is I'm going to wrap this little Nerf Vortex arrow howler, and maybe if I have some paper left over from this, I can use it for this little thing right here. Okay. Now let's see here. This is kind of an odd size. So we want to measure and see if we can do it this way. And it does not look like we can, so we're going to have to turn it this way. And I think we'll have enough paper left over to do this little thing. So you want to measure on the sides, make sure you have enough. And I think I'm going to have to cut it about there. So then I'm going to place it in the middle and figure out how much of this paper I can cut. I think I can cut it about there. So that leaves us with this piece that I think will work for that. But we're just going to set those aside for a moment. So we're going to tape this. This is the back. Okay, we're going to tape this together. Okay, it is sort of an odd shape. So again, when you have an oddly shaped present like this, you just kind of have to figure out what works best. There's a lot of tucking and folding and creasing sometimes. Okay, then I'm going to place a piece of tape right here. I wrapped it a little bit loose. I just felt like I didn't want to make it too snug. And then we come to this side. These presents like this can be kind of loud to wrap because the inside is kind of hollow, like it's not a solid item that you're wrapping. And it's like the wrapping paper kind of echoes in there and it makes it especially loud. So we're folding it here. We're going to push this in, and this side too. And then just bring this up. Tape it there, and then I'm going to want to tape these as well. And there we have our Nerf Vortex Arrow Howler. Look at that ornament. Okay, now we're going to see if we can wrap this in this little piece of paper here. I think we should be able to do that. Turn it up. Well, it doesn't really have a front or a back. Put it kind of in the middle. And tape it. Fold it over. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect size. Crease it there. Here. Fold it in. Just need a little bit of tape right there. And turn it. And again, we're going to fold this down. Crease. Crease there. Bring this in. Press. Press there. Bring it up, and then we're going to tape it right there. I think that's good enough. So yeah, he's a little thing. Another thing I found for him is a little plush Sonic. I think I'm going to take it out of the plastic though. It's dying in there. Found this at Target. Isn't he cute? Let's put him in a little box. I wish I had some taller gift boxes, but I really don't. I have another one of these. Will you fit in there? You have your weird head. See, I don't think that'll work. He's too. That. Okay, that won't work. And I don't have another box that would. What am I gonna do with you, dude? Okay, I think I'm just gonna wrap him like he is then, because this, I don't really have anything any better than that. Are you gonna be offended if I wrap you in Spider-Man paper? Cool. This is definitely an oddly shaped present. And I don't recommend it. I mean, if you could find a box, that's great. I have a saltine box he would fit in, but that would actually be kind of funny. The kid would think he was getting saltines. Maybe we should do it. I laugh because I do stuff like this to my kids all the time. I will take some totally unrelated box and put a present in it. Okay. Let me put a little tissue paper on him. He kind of just stands up with his crazy hair or whatever that is. I have some blue tissue paper. Let's do that. I'm just going to kind of plunk him down in there. It's like a little flower. We're going to just lovingly stuff him down into the saltine box. And there he is. He's in there. His little tag is sticking out. I'm just going to put a little tape right there. Just there. And then we can just wrap this. Let go. Let's see. Let me try that one more time. Yeah, I think it will. So you want to make sure you have enough paper on either side to go at least halfway up the box. So you want to place your box about in the middle. Bring the paper up. And then place a piece of tape about there. Now, bring it down this way. Make your creases. Fold it in. Crease it down there. And then we're going to bring this piece up. You want to place a piece of tape right there. And then I'm going to tape these two. Bring it around here and press this down. Place it. Bring it in. Bring it up. I'm going to tape it right there. And then we'll place a little bit of tape right here too. And there we have a very confusing gift. We have Spider-Man paper over a box of saltines containing a Sonic plushie. Oh my god, okay. And this is going to be our last gift of the day. We have another pair of shoes. I bought these for three of the Angel Tree kids got a pair of these. So we're just gonna wrap this. This is gonna be our last thing today. So let's figure out how we want to do it. Well, we could do it. I don't think we could do it that way. I think we're going to have to do it that way. So you want to make sure again that you have enough to go at least halfway up the sides. So I think we're going to have to cut it about right there. We have turned the box over, and now we're just going to bring it up. Place our tape. And then we're going to do our sides. And we're still doing our little creases down here on the table too. And we're going to place a piece of tape right there. And I want to do some tape right here too to just secure these little bits as well. And we'll turn it. And press down here. Crease it. And bring it in. And again, we're going to place just a little bit of tape right there. And then we have our little bits right here too. So we'll put some tape on that. Right here. And there we have it. Our last present that we're going to wrap together today. Now I'm going to get busy and wrap the rest of the presents. And thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed getting to see all these fun little gifts today and to wrap these presents. It's always so much fun. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again really soon.